Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back again to one more live session. And in this video, we are going to talk on interesting topics like for many people, it cannot be interesting because it's about legal compliance that can be boring for so many people. But yeah, as we live in the world, we live under law and order, and we need to follow certain laws and rules, and we need to do our business with which is compliant with law, right? So we all know that we are an online business, and of course, either you are a content creator, you are a blogger, you are affiliate marketer, you are a SaaS owner, or you are an agency provider. You definitely need a website. And when you have a website, you need to follow certain guidelines, or let's say if need to follow certain rules. And your website should be compliant with many aspects that we are going to learn and know about from Udit today. And so, first of all, welcome Udit Arora from CookieZen team.
Yeah, hi, nice. And hi,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, Udit. So we are going to discuss about legal compliance of our website today. So first of all, I would
Okay.
like to know about you and your background, that from which background you come, and how this idea came to build a SaaS application for cookie compliance and other similar things, right?
Okay, so back in November, right, I was doing some research like what should I start next in SaaS basically because I already have one earlier, right? And I noticed that like competition is not so great. What I mean by that is that if you're getting into a space where problem is already solved for the customer, there is no point of getting a me too solution, like getting basically making a copy kind of solution, right? So what I wanted to solve was building something with in a market which had gaps. So in the legal space, I noticed there were either two of the things. Either it was confusing, or it was so difficult to use, or it was expensive. So I said, okay, I can solve all three. So we just got into the space, and yeah, since then we have been working on it, and the feedback has been amazing. So, CookieZen has been a focus for agencies, and it will be a focus for agencies. It can be used by other people also, but our main focus will be agencies always. So, yeah.
Okay, so it's good that you clarified that it's focused on agencies and will be like that. And what I would like is that if I ask you a question that what is cookies and how will you brief it up, right? That what it provides
So,
and what it helps
okay,
to solve.
okay. So, we as humans, we don't want our private data to be misused, right? Or we don't want our sensitive information to be used by advertisers. Like, this was the main movement which actually started all this. So in 2018 around, right, GDPR came. So I mean, this was the main human thing, right? That you don't I or you, and and I know everyone will agree, they don't want their sensitive information to be shared, right? Like for example, someone doesn't want that, okay, they get advertisement based on their religion or their political interest, right? So for solving that issue, these things came up: GDPR, CCPA, LGPD. So it's basically one of your core needs due to which this came up. So GDPR, CCPA, LGBT, CNIL, these are only laws of different countries. For example, GDPR is for the European Union and all its whatever the parts are. For example, Italy, Germany, etc. Right? Whatever the Europe comes under European Union. CCPA is only if you are serving clients in California, like your customers reside in California. Similarly, LGBT is for Brazil, and CNIL, that's for France. And then there is UK GDPR, then there is PDA in Singapore, then in Canada there is PIPDA. So this movement is actually taking up. I mean, so even if in your country today this isn't a serious issue, it will be in coming 6 months or a year later. So if you're not taking it seriously, I would say you should. So because this will be implemented, you like it or you don't. So yeah.
Yeah, so it was good that you told us that what for what region actually GDPR is and what is for California and all that, right? So I would like to proceed with that. What actually law is and how these penalty works, and if someone is not taking care of these things, what are penalties and how it can affect your anyone's business, right?
So penalties depend again on legislations. The GDPR penalty is the biggest one, which is like 4% of your revenue, and that too world's revenue. And
Okay.
CCP, yeah, and LGBT, let's say, it has half the penalty as compared to GDPR, which is the Brazilian law. So penalties vary according to where legislation is.
Okay.
GDPR is the most stringent one. And even if you ask businesses in EU region, right? Let's say Romania, Italy, and Germany. I mean, they just get fined a lot. So it's a
Hmm.
serious issue there. I mean,
Hmm.
so yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not talking about only the large corporations. I'm talking about small businesses, like
Hmm.
which are run by 5 people or 10 people. So those people are, I mean,
Hmm.
yeah, find a lot in those
Actually,
cases.
such things are usually taken care by the big corporates because they have the legal team and they have their own in-house technical team also to implement whatever need
Yeah,
to be implemented, right? So
yeah.
that's a big
So
issue for small businesses only and agencies and such type of businesses which does not have in-house team of legal aspects, right? So this
yeah,
can be
so
a big problem.
Okay. So, as you are pointing out, right, they have legal teams. Even their compliances are also much more stringent as compared to for small businesses. For
Hmm.
small businesses, it is like, hey, you just need to have a cookie consent solution, a cookie policy, and a privacy policy, and you are
Hmm.
done. But for enterprises, it's like you have to hire a DPO also, which is a data
Hmm.
protection officer. So it's a lot stringent in their case. But here, as we are talking about the SMBs or agencies who are serving local clients, for them,
Hmm.
you have the cookie banner, you have the cookie policy, you have the privacy policy. It's done. And
Hmm.
second thing is people have this question a lot that, okay, where is it hosted? It's hosted in Germany, so your data is never leaving EU region. So yeah.
Okay, so I think there may be many minor details inside each and every law. We are not going over there, and we will
Yeah.
proceed that how we can comply our website, right? So my next question would be that if you can demonstrate or present us that how CookieZen works and what type of interface it has and what it takes us to connect our website, how much time it can take, and what we need to do on maintenance purposes or let's say monitoring purposes after connecting our website. And you can cover each and everything about that, right?
Okay, so should I just give a brief intro about the product first before
Yeah,
starting the demo?
yeah. First, you can put intro
Okay.
and then go by sharing your screen also.
Okay. So I'm sharing my screen. I will just show you the comparison page also, so
Sure,
they can know that these are the XYZ features, right?
sure. Okay, your screen is now here. You can go to tab.
Okay. Okay, so as you can see, these are the cookies and features total overall. So this is your agency plan, this is your business plan, and this is your normal plan, right? So what is the difference basically? That okay, so let me tell you one by one. So this plan is basically for people who are solopreneurs or managing their own website. This is if you have a team, and this is if you have an agency, because this has roles and permissions, this has agency updates. Okay, now the exciting thing I want to tell you. So if you are an agency owner, this CookieZen will be a game changer for you. So why I'm saying that is, so there are multiple agency updates which we are coming with. So let me show you one by one. Let's- Okay, so the main agency features would be, one is your templates and one is your assigned domains. So with templates, what it will do is you could just create a cookie banner template, let's say in your dashboard. And now when you are creating a new client, you don't have to start from scratch. So it will be like it will take like 5 minutes or 2 minutes to set up a new client for you. Whereas earlier you would be taking half to 1 hour on average to do that in any other solution. I'm
Hmm.
not just talking about CookieZen or IOMint or whatever, right? Similarly, second is assigned domains. So you can simply take your domain and assign to your client that hey, you can if you want, you can just check it yourself or do whatever you want, right? So this is also a highly requested and highly noted feature. Next is for the teams or businesses. So you don't want to manage the account yourself, right? You want to invite your team members. So for that, we have roles and permissions. Similarly, this will be a all-in-one privacy suite. So your GDPR, LGPD, whatever the privacy laws are, they will be managed by CookieZen. And secondly, privacy policy will be there, cookie policy will be there, and all the features you need, which is cookie consent, preferences, opt-in, opt-out for CCPA, etc. So it will be all-in-one privacy solution. So as an agency, you won't have to buy multiple solutions. You can only get one solution and manage everything from one place. So it is like a super value driven, I think. And yeah, I am also a business owner, right? So I understand like it's a hassle. So you need a easy thing, right? To get things done. So that's about the product. Now let's get into the demo. So you can already see how the banner looks, right? So
Yeah.
you select the preferences, you give the preference, and then save my preference.
Okay, so
That's it.
what you're saying is that privacy policy and cookie policy will be auto-generated by CookieZen?
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, those are upcoming features. Cookie policy will be like this. Like you just enter your business details and click create cookie policy and you're done. It's one step.
Okay.
Nothing, only one step. And
Sure.
privacy policy, you have to fill just I would say 10 fields. That's it. Like you have to select, okay, I'm using this for this XYZ website. We are in this XYZ business type, and that's it. 10 questions, and you create cookie privacy policy, and it's done, and it will be on your language. So whatever
Okay.
language you want, it could be Dutch, French, Italian,
Okay.
German, Spanish, etc. Right? So, and the branding option is really good in CookieZen. So, let me show you. So, as you can see, we went into Cookie Manager tab. Now, the branding option is pretty great. So, for example, we have light theme selected. Similarly, we can go for dark theme, and you can just pick up the brand color, right? And it will change the whole cookie banner. You don't have to select each element and everything. You just select that brand color and that's it. You are done. Similarly, you can select the floating button color, and these are just the basic things. Now you can customize every element of it. Like for example, you want to customize uh, accept button text, right? Or border, right? So you can do this. Similarly, you can set position like you want top, bottom, left, right. I mean, it's highly customizable. And next, you can even set the content of it. Like if you want cross button or if you don't want it, if you want the cookie policy link or don't want it. So basically the point I'm trying to make is it is highly customizable. Next is your cookies. So you can see, like, we have the cookies, right, and you can edit them. So you can edit them, you can change their categories, you can edit the description. So I mean, even if we pick up the wrong cookies, which doesn't happen, 99% of the time our system is accurate. So even if we pick up the wrong cookies, you can manually edit or even add your own cookies. Next is you can simply scan, right? This is a simple thing, scanning. Okay, next, this is again a big concern. So as you can see, there is no personal information in the consent logs, and you can export the CSV. So yeah, that's about it. It's a simple software, and it works like it is intended to. So yeah,
Yeah. So that was really easy, and for anyone who is already working in this technical field, right? It's really
yeah.
easy for them to use such tool, right? This is a really interesting topic. I would like to learn more about that, how these cookies work and what is allowed in different various type of laws. And I assume that you are in India also, right? So is there
Yeah.
any specific rule for India right now, or is there any law similar to GDPR and all that? Or what are the main aspects, or let's say main goals they want to achieve with these rules, right? So what is the that particular point on which they are putting up restrictions to secure privacy and all that?
So basically, as I told in the start, right? For us humans, our privacy, our sensitive data matters, right? Like, you don't want that your health parameters be used by, let's say, some advertiser to show you health policy plans, right?
Okay.
Because it is a sensitive data for you. So to basically this was the main problem before 2018,
Hmm.
that the sensitive data was getting used and manipulated by advertisers.
Okay.
So
So
due to that, this
this is
privacy
just
was
an
not.
example. This is just an example. So once we take consent of user that can be
Yeah,
shared, that's allowed as per law, right? But if I don't
yeah, that's
allow,
allowed.
and if I click on that not allow cookies, then that will not be tracked.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Okay. So now, one question, as per a layman, it arises in mind. We are aware of it because of technical background, right? But for an audience, I would like to ask a question: how these legal penalties work, and how do they find out that this particular site is not following the GDPR and these things, right?
So in Europe, how it works is, like, let's say I go to your website and I notice, you know what, these guys are not GDPR compliant. I
Okay.
can just go and sue you. So basically, if you lose, right?
Hmm.
So you would have to pay the fees as well as all the legal charges.
Of that particular
So
person who is
it's just
suing me,
not
right?
the 1%. Yeah, for
Okay.
that, them also you would have to pay. So it's a big problem. So what I'm saying is, in Europe, it's very stringent today. I mean, same
Hmm.
things are happening in other countries also.
Yeah, and I
So
think
like
where
India
there
just
is, yeah, you just said that wherever if there is no such law, in short term there will be, right? Because this is what future is.
yeah, yeah. Like for example, in India, recently it got launched and it is slowly getting traction.
Okay.
So this thing is getting serious actually.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we have a couple of questions. Shall we cover? Or is there something else that you would like to share?
No, no. Let's go to the questions. That's a good thing.
Okay.
So
So one question from an unknown user. We can't see his or her name because they must not have allowed
okay.
Facebook to show name, right? So can we add push notification through it? I don't think it's about push notification, but still, Udit, you want to answer this?
Push notification is not
I think
relevant, I think.
that's something with tools like marketing. There are separate tools for that, or even few marketing automation tools are providing this service of push notification, so you can use with that. But actually, this is a banner, pop-up banner for cookie consent, and not a push
Okay.
notification app, right? How secure is it?
I
Uh,
mean, the servers in Germany, so it's pretty much secure, and we have used the high standard security in backend. So
Okay, and obviously your website, you are not giving some sensitive data to
hmm,
CookieZen, right? So there is no question about it because it's just covering up your front end and consent management thing, right? So you are not providing
yeah,
any sensitive data to CookieZen, so this question might not be about that.
okay.
Okay, so one more question is, can we add push notification apps with it such that
Such
reminder
as
messages?
reminder messages.
Okay, that's
Uh,
an elaboration of that particular question.
I think what this user is trying to say is like, will the cookie banner reload if there is no consent given? Because if that's the question, then yes, it is reloaded. Like if you saw right when I went to one page,
No, no, I
I
think
just
what he or she is asking that if you are using cookies and with parallelly, can we use push notification apps for the reminder messages also? I think that separately
yeah
need another consent from user end, right? So it does not have anything to do with cookies and or such things.
yeah
Yeah. And
yeah.
we have from Shuja. Hi, Shuja. How are you? And again, hi
Hi.
all. So we have one question from Sujit is that hi Udit, there are WordPress themes that are coming up with this feature for cookie banners, example Blocksy. How yours is different from theirs?
I haven't personally used Blocksy, but
Okay,
uh,
so
I'm, yeah. So
yeah,
what
what
you
I would
can do
like
is
to
you
say
can
over
compare
here
the
is that
features.
uh, if
Yeah,
if you are not using WordPress, that then can be a problem with Blocksy. So if you have, let's say, any other stack of content management system, CMS, or like that, so that cannot be useful for you. And uh, this is focused on consent management, so definitely that can be useful for at a very basic level, but the deep features that are in CookieZen or are going to be launched inside CookieZen, because they are focused on this particular thing, you know uh, they are specializing this particular field. So that can be there can be many complex laws in future which a WordPress theme company cannot carry on with that those complexities and those details, but CookieZen is going to do that, right? That just came in my mind, and you can comment on that with it.
so Sujit, one thing I would say is that the biggest difference or the USP of CookieZen is it's for agencies, right? So you can manage multiple domains from one single dashboard easily. You don't have to spend half an
Yeah.
hour or 1 hour going into every WordPress site and installing the plugin and
Yeah.
maybe making the changes, right? That's number one. Number two, it won't slow down your website.
Okay.
CookieZen won't even slow your website, right? This was the feedback I got from multiple users.
Hmm.
So that's number two. WordPress themes and WordPress plugins, they
Hmm.
mostly slow down your website. And third, this is my personal experience. I don't know about Blocksy per se, but the number of WordPress plugins I checked, right, which were an add-on in something, like for example in a theme or maybe
Okay.
some widget collection, right? They are not GDPR compliant. I mean, they
Hmm.
aren't. They are always missing one or two things. So if you
Okay.
want to solve GDPR compliance, I would say go with one GDPR solution. Be it cookies and be it any other. It's up to you. But if you are going with the theme, you are going with the cookie banner or without a cookie banner. I think it's the same thing. Unless you confirm all the GDPR clauses with it, which is a hassle, I think. So that's up to you. So hope that answers.
And one more thing I would like to add is that you are using Cookie Zen on your website,
Yeah,
and CookieZen knows what type of your website is and what laws are applicable for you. So the cookie policy and consent and even privacy policy generator will generate your personalized or let's say customized policy
yeah.
that may be difficult for any other policy generator available online, right? That may be very hard, or you need to give many other inputs in that, right? So that also can be a very big issue, right? Now
So
what I would
the
like to suggest is that
policy generators which are available on internet, right? Many people told me they are not good. I mean, they don't comply properly. They
okay.
don't have the particular clauses. So that's why they use privacy policy from a solution like IOBenda,
Hmm.
because those are not good or even complying. So
Yeah.
similarly, second thing is that CookieZen will auto update the policy according to latest laws on your website. So you
Hmm.
won't have to copy paste every month, even if legal clause changes.
And
So that's the main USP.
just just leave aside for some time that we are not updating policy. The policy which we are pasting right now, most of the people does not read, and if they read also, they are not aware of laws that this particular policy is complying or not completely.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
totally a gray, or let's say black, it's a dark area for us, that we are not focused on that part, and you cannot decide if this policy is good until you are aware of all of the laws, right?
yeah, true. But the
That's
problem
the thing.
is people can sue you, right? Who
Yeah,
know.
so that
So
is the
that,
only point when you are going to realize that my policy has a problem. Until
yeah,
then,
yeah.
it's live on your website, people are reading,
Hmm.
and it will never matter. You will
Yeah,
come to know at the point when if someone is suing you and you
yeah.
get a lawyer, or let's say you are going to reply on in court, right? At that time you realize that we made a big blunder right over here.
Yeah.
So,
Like,
what I would like to ask about CookieZen is that is there any badge type of thing that we can embed from take from CookieZen and embed on our website that we are compliancing? And if is it something that you planned? Just came in my mind, and I would like to put. If it doesn't,
badge type
that would
meaning?
be my suggestion. Badge means a GDPR compliant logo, and that can be go back link to the cookies and as a certificate that yeah, we are scanning this website, and we are this website is properly in compliance with many other laws like GDPR and all that.
That's a good idea, actually. We
Yeah.
will add it. So,
Okay,
yeah.
sure. I would give you example after the stream. I have seen
Okay.
couple of such things, right? Okay, so that was
Yeah,
one
just
suggestion.
like Trustpilot and Captera does it, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. A small badge
got
we
it.
add in a footer, or let's
Hmm.
say like that, right? So that can be a
Yeah,
very good thing, right? And what one of the
yeah.
things I would like to suggest is more customization inside the pop-up. We can
Okay.
more options to customize it, or in design perspective, right? So anyone can match that
So we are
box
coming
according.
up with CSS.
Okay,
So we are coming with custom CSS in future
okay,
updates. So you
that will
will be
help a
able
lot.
to,
That will help a lot.
yeah.
Sure. Okay, so that was all. I think we covered each and every question, right? So, guys, that was for all. So, you watched us that what is cookies and how much important it is to be compliant. Your website should be compliant with all these rules, and what can happen if you don't and ignore such things, right? So that was all for now, and you can go below in the description and you will find a link to his website, and there is a special coupon code also added besides link, which will give you early bird discount, and that's going to end in next 2 or 3 days. So that's for you. You can go and check out this deal, and if you are into any uh, obviously you should have any website, right, for any business, because all we are here on online business, and we all have blogs also, and in blogs also, there are some certain rules such as affiliate disclosure and all that. So if it's not there, I would like to suggest that also. if you can look into that what are rules about it. So guys, that was all for now. See you in the next stream with another amazing tool. So thank you, Udit, for your time and explaining us about these things.
Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll just